Hi everybody, it's Crash Test, and today I'm bringing you some more gameplay from Enticing Daryl. This time it's a Ground War pub stomp. This is one of the last games you're going to see from Enticing Daryl because recently he's switched over to Xbox 360. He had his account banned on PlayStation Network, and we're not quite sure why. I know that Daryl had a couple of hacked PS3s. I don't think he was actually hacking in Black Ops on them. I don't know. Anyone's guess why he got banned, but yeah, and as a result, he decided that he wanted to switch over to the Xbox 360. He's actually the second member of WBIS to do that recently. Another guy did that not too long ago, and haven't seen him since. I think it kind of makes sense. Every once in a while I've wanted to switch over to the Xbox 360 for this, just because the game seems to be a little bit better. It seems to be the right platform for Black Ops. But there's a real cultural divide that happens too. These people never play against each other. They're never in lobbies together. They don't interact. It's like, we're really similar. We do the same thing, but we might as well be living on different planets. It's like, North Americans versus, well, Australians. We're pretty much the same, but we don't know each other. We're separate. Anyway, big news in Enticing Daryl's life as well. He's now a dad. I don't know if some of you who were in the first Crash Test Cup tournament might remember that he had to leave partway through because his girlfriend was going into labor. Well, guess what? Now he's got a kid. So, congratulations, Daryl. I'm about 10 years older than him, and I don't have a kid yet. That's crazy. So those of you who've been following my channel and what I'm up to know that I'm working on a new website for competitive Black Ops called scrimbattles.com. The idea is that it's going to be a similar concept to Game Battles. It's a place where I can arrange tournaments and ladders for competitive gameplay. I'm going to break it down by skill level, so there'll be A and B and possibly C leagues. And I've been working on that for almost a week. I'd be a lot further along if I wasn't taking breaks to play Black Ops and have a job and all the rest. But it'll get there. I was originally hoping to have it done by next week. It might take me a little bit longer than that, but I'm still working on it. I'm going to start it off. I'm not just going to turn it on for everyone to use. I want to start it off with a little beta program just to get the worst of the bugs worked out so people don't get frustrated and rage quit on it immediately. If you guys are interested in being among my first beta users, let me know. Shit might happen. It might you might report a win and it might not show up, or one day I might have to start again and your record will be wiped out. That sort of crap. It's the reason I don't want to make it public when I first bring it online. But if you're willing to put up with that kind of crap and want to help me improve the site early on, I'd really appreciate it. And just leave a comment. Let me know if you're interested in that. I'm looking for ideas, various things I've been thinking of as I've been putting the site together. What features to put in there, how it ought to all work, what you guys want to do with the site. And I've got a few of them here to talk about. The first big one for me is what kind of ladders are we going to have on there? I wanted to have, like I said, A and B and possibly a C league based on skill. The idea of this is that the top, I'd have these seasons. I wouldn't make them as long as Game Battle seasons. I think I'd probably make them a few weeks long. And at the end of each season, I'd promote the top few teams from one league into the team above and demote the bottom few teams from the league above to the league below. And in that way, keep the leagues the way that they were intended to be, which is divided by skill level. Initially, of course, people are going to have to, I'm going to have to just kind of randomly assign people into these leagues or ask people which one they'd like to be in. But we don't want to allow that to go on forever, because then you could end up with people sharking in leagues that they're too good to be in. And I think you're going to base league assignments on the player, kind of like an experience point, an XP kind of thing, as opposed to the teams. That way you won't end up with a few players from a highly ranked team forming a new team together and signing up in the C League just to pwn some noobs. That's not the point of this. I want it to be kind of actual competitive gameplay, where people aren't getting raped all the time by people who've played a lot more than them and are just better at the game. So, I need to decide, is it going to be an A and a B league or an A and a B and a C? I think I'll start off with A and B, and if it looks like we need a third league, I'll go with that. It's going to have a 2-on-2 ladder, as well as a 4-on-4 ladder. 3-on-3? Don't know. It seems like, why bother with another ladder, but if you guys really like 3-on-3 play, let me know. It's, it'd be easy enough to do. I've also been considering a zombies ladder. I don't play zombies myself, I don't really like it. But I know a lot of people spend a lot of time on it and, you know, make it to level 28. And, you know, they're all proud of that. You know, I could see posting zombie scores on there and having people try to compete on that. It would be a cooperative thing, obviously. But that could be cool if you guys are interested. I'm also going to host the Crash Test Cup tournaments through here too. So basically, you sign up, you register your gamer tag. If you want to join a tournament, you would you know, enroll yourself in the tournament through this site. No more you know, getting people to leave comments on videos. I'd make the rosters bigger than the number of players who'd be expected to play. So for a 2-on-2 tournament, for example, I'd make a 3-person roster, where the third person would be the substitute. We had a big problem in the last Crash Test Cup with substitutions, with just random player, well, not random, but stand-ins showing up, and you know, a few of them were ringers. Not going to name any names, but we did end up with, you know, it was a little unfair. Some teams played every game with the same team members, and other teams were completely different teams by the time the tournament ended than when they started. And it really makes it, you know, tough to say that a given team really is the one that earned it. So, any case, yeah, with a website in place, it would give me an easier way of keeping track of who's on which team and who the substitutions are. Another thing I was thinking of doing with these Crash Test Cups is instead of making everybody play the tournament all in a row, kind of in a 4-hour span, which is kind of hard to do, is instead you know, make it take place over the course of a weekend. Post the matchups, people report the scores as they happen, and they can play the game, you know, anytime between, let's say, Friday at supper time and Sunday night. And then, you know, from there we could make the next bracket and finish off the playoffs. Something like that. I think it would be a little easier for everyone to do, and it would be less frustrating all around. That's one of the reasons I didn't do another one this weekend. I was just, I don't know, I guess you guys probably figured out I was a little frustrated after the last one, just trying to keep track of all the people coming and going and disputes. I hate dispute resolution. You know, just trying to find a better way of getting it all done. Daryl is beasting as usual. No surprise there. Got the deadly trio, the chopper gunner, the dogs, and the SR-71 going on all at once. Well, Daryl, I'm gonna miss you. I hope you come back to PS3 one day. Big score, of course, 85-3. Congratulations, Daryl, and I hope to see you guys all on scrimbattles.com.